the entire weekend.
How did you find each other?
Actually in the back of a diatonic harmony and counterpoint class, which is the first class that we both attended in our first day of college. We were in the same music class.
Rustin and I met at a party. Chris and I saw Chris from afar at this pre-college thing where they give you some books to read, and I thought he looked like an interesting guy. And then Bayo and I lived together one year in college.
I remember being very impressed by his sideburns, which he no longer has.
Yeah, bring him back later.
Did it change your long-term goals to get such recognition and success right out of the gate?
I don't think so, because we already were working hard at recording and being a band, so I think our long-term goals have always just been to keep making music, and that's something that we can do no matter what.
Is your bed mad? Is your sweat around? Do you want child? Like no I do.
What are you listening to between shows while you're traveling?
It depends. Sometimes it could be a Tom Petty greatest hits compiled by Chris Bayo. Sometimes it'll be I don't know.
Well, I've become interested in Selena lately, and I just picked up this compilation of her early stuff, Selena y los Dinos. It's from like the 80s, but UGK.
UGK.
Chris bought that last time he was here.
International Players Anthem. And it really depends. There's really no anthem. And it really it's kind of like, since there's so much time spent in the van, there's a really quick turnover for what's popular.
Are there other genres that you're digging around in?
Well, I mean, if you like kind of a genre and you kind of know a style or a vibe that you like, a lot of times it can be a cover or like a picture or something. Like one of my personal fascinations is late 60s, early 70s country rock, and that is almost always determined by the cover for me. Like ones that I haven't heard of, I'll see a guy in front of a barn, like holding a guitar, and like, oh, that's probably one of those. So,
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
You toured with the Shins in Europe last year. What was it like playing with such a popular band at large venues?
I think it varied. In Paris, we played at a venue that was about 1,100 people, and that was like the perfect size because people would actually, you could hold their attention. I think in London when we played at like a 5,000 capacity, in some ways that there was nothing we could really, no matter how well we played or what we did, there was no way we could really win over the audience. So it varied, but it was fun.
It's really a privilege to be here in San Francisco. Played a show last night. We played here a bunch and we're coming back for even more shows in March. Truly is one of our favorite cities, and we don't say that everywhere. Some places it's incredibly obvious that it's not.
One place we'd like to play is Central Park Summer Stage. So we'll see if that happens.
In Mexico City.
Yeah, Mexico City.
We could play outdoors in Mexico City. That would be like...
At Azteca Stadium for 100,000 people?
Yeah. Maybe.
Who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? I've seen those English dramas too. They're cruel. So if there's any other way to spell the word is fine with me. With me.
How do you feel about constantly being described as preppy?
I don't mind that. I think the only problem is that it's hard to put your finger on what that means. I mean, because I think if you just mean like an aesthetic thing, that's okay. But then if you're making kind of big generalizations about race and class, you might be a little off base in using it. I like it when people describe our music as preppy because that doesn't make that much sense. That gets you thinking about different things.
Thank you.